Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video and thanks for joining me. So I managed to get a fresh cut, beard trim, so why don't we freshen up this room, get some things changed around, and let's start moving forward. So if this is something you're interested in, then please stay tuned. Without further ado, let's crack on with today's video. Okay, so like I said in the intro, we need to move some things around in this room. Now for those of you who've been following the channel for a while, you know I've wanted to upgrade the Discus tank into the bigger tank that we've got on stand behind me. Now in the last video you should have seen me put this stand together, so if you haven't yet checked that out, then go ahead and look in the description below and I'll put the link in there for you. So we're going to need to move a couple of the enclosures around temporarily today, so in order to fit the new tank on that wall, we're going to need to move Bert out, put in where Castro's tank is at the moment on the floor, put Castro's tank where that tank is, and then we should fit the new Discus Scape in there. Once that's been scaped, we can get rid of the old tank and the chest of drawers, and we start moving forward with this room. So that's enough of me waffling on for today. Let's make a start on this room. Okay, so I just thought we'd do a quick update on this tank because obviously we repaired it a couple of videos ago, and I'll leave the link down in the description if you haven't checked that video out. But we had a leak in this tank which should prevent this from filling the tank up above this height-ish. So it's been probably 2-3 weeks now maybe, and it's still holding up strong. I've still got the old internal filter in there because we did have an issue with the old canister filter, which is the Fluval 206, and that was leaking. I have arranged to go and get that replaced, but I haven't had a chance to get to the pet store yet to get that done, but I will at some point. But I did remember that I've got, I think, a 102 or something at the attic for a canister filter, so we'll add that on there for now and leave that one on there, and I'll get a replacement, and then hopefully we should have a spare filter hanging around as a canister filter. But I just thought I'd give you an update on this tank quickly, as I haven't really gone back and explained what's happened with it since we repaired it. But all the fish are doing fine, haven't had any issues, all the shrimp are doing well, and the plants. I'm probably going to look to add CO2 onto this tank eventually, and potentially look to replace this tank and upgrade it to a nicer tank. I say soon, I think we're doing a lot of upgrading at the moment, so that will be in the future, but not quite yet. Everything's doing really well, the tank's staying really nicely, and I'm happy with the planting. It needs a little bit of trimming, but we'll do that in another video. But let's get back to the Discus tank. So we finally managed to get everything moved around as we needed to. So the new tank is now in its position, as you can see. We've obviously moved Castro where the tank originally was into the window, and we've put Bert where Castro's tank was behind me there, as you can see. So for the next couple of videos now, we'll be looking to start scaping this. I've actually received the hardscape materials I need to do this tank. So we'll go through the unboxing and the materials we're going to use in the next video. So we'll gradually put this scape together. We'll start with the hardscape. Firstly, I need to fill this tank and soak the bogwood that I've already started placing and an idea of the scape I want to do. So I can actually put you down, we'll sit in front of the tank so you have an idea what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's a bit better. Let's check out what's going on with this tank. So we've moved everything around and we finally got this into place. So a couple of things I just want to do. I just want to make sure that the tank is level. I just want to make sure it is as safe as possible, as it's quite a long tank. So as you can see, I've started playing around with the scape, and you may have seen that if you've been following this channel for a little while. Now the idea with this tank, I want to go for a jungle themed tank. Now a lot of the tanks you see like that are formed with rock, so I want to do something a little bit different, and I've had this bogwood up in the attic in my hardscape bins for quite a while. So it'll be a good chance to get to use those and try and create something a little bit different. So we're thinking about putting some planted substrate and some volcanic mineral at the back for some stem plants, and then we'll cover the front of the tank down with some sand, and we'll try and grade that in, and a little bit with some gravel of different types, and we'll use some river rocks and some pebbles, and just things I've collected over the past really to try and make this look as natural as we can. Now we'll set this tank up in stages, so we'll start by, well, the first thing I'm going to do actually is fill this up just to give it a water test for one, and two, to try and soak the bogwood just in case any of it is going to float. Then we'll move on to actually scaping this. As you may have seen, you would have seen me unboxing the scaping materials for this tank in the last video, I think, so I'll put a link in the description down there if you want to go and check that out. Now I think if we start by scaping this tank, we can look around the scape then and decide what sort of plants we want to use and try and avoid over-ordering plants like I've done every time I've ordered plants. Now I'm going to run the old canister filter that's on the old Discus tank as well, and we've also had the new Awase Thermo as well, which you would have seen me unbox in the last video. So I'm going to run 2 filters on this and see how we get along. We can obviously then upgrade, but there should be plenty of filtration on this tank. The 350 Awase should be fine, but adding additional flow and biological filtration will just help. Now I think as well as the Discus, we're going to probably add some schooling fish in here, which I probably will add cardinals, to be honest, some bigger cardinals, just because they probably won't get eaten. But I'm still contemplating what we're going to do with all the fish in the tank on the top of the chest of drawers at the moment. Now I've been considering what I'm going to do with the angelfish, because we're not going to add any more angelfish, so I don't know whether we're going to keep them or perhaps we'll look to move on from the angelfish and specifically focus on the Discus. So I'm going to have a think about that over the next couple of days. But if there's any thoughts or comments or any suggestions you would like, then make sure you hit me up in the comment section below. I'll be sure to check those out. But as you can see, plenty of exciting things to come. Obviously one of the biggest scapes, well, is the biggest scape I've done so far. So make sure that if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. And as always, if you're a regular viewer, I really appreciate your support, your comments, and showing me some love. If you can do me a massive favor and hit that thumbs up, and just drop me a comment just to show YouTube you're enjoying this sort of content and allows me to make more videos like these. But as always, a massive thanks for checking out this video today. It's good to make a start on this tank, but make sure you stay tuned for the rest. We'll start to scape, get the plants, do it all, and I'll see you next time.